Radiant team's turn to ban. Dire team's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone. Between Team Polaris and also Mr. Goss is here. Hello there. Okay. Oh. Oh, hello. Oh, yeah.
10 seconds
oh, good.
remaining.
You know, oh. So hard to get this thing.
5 seconds
Let me
remaining.
appreciate it a little bit. Yeah, it looks nice. And we're gonna have a real
Dire
tough
team's
games
turn to
for sure today. People saying that Spawn.496 they lost like 2 series in a row. This might be an easy game for Polaris Esports, but I kind of disagree. They got nothing to lose now for 496.
Radiant
Yeah,
team's turn to
if
ban.
you can't afford to keep losing, the SCA region, there's no mercy and also like no forgiveness. If you lose too many series, you're getting eliminated. The competition is so strong. So I think for 496, they gotta play their best here.
Yep, for sure, man. And it looks like we got some new heroes around here. We have Centaur Runner and Snapfire, the first two. This is actually the first time I see a Centaur around in this month or two. While Shadowfiend and Ogre Magi seem to be a pretty good pick for Polaris Esports.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban.
Oh, Bloodlust, yeah. Shadow
10
Fiend.
seconds remaining.
I remember back then in the Dota one time when we talk about Shadow
5 seconds
Fiend, we
remaining.
always think about the Chinese player. You know, all in the Chinese player. China region was so good with it. You remember Yafet, yeah? Oh my god, that guy.
Radiant team ban.
Do you think what's the reason why Shadow Fiend is kind of back into the scene right now? We have seen a lot of, you know, so many types of the mid laner, the high mobility that we cast in the previous series, or all the pushers, but the damage dealer like Shadow Fiend, why is he here?
Good question. I think just teams are starting to notice that maybe that a new way to play him, like not going for that magic damage build. I would say, and mostly the thing Shadow Fiend's good at is winning his lane. Like it's his hero when you put it mid, it wins or goes even with most matchups. So perhaps teams just have a read that, you know, this is like a good patch for Shadow Fiend. I'm not entirely sure. It's looked good, but I can't exactly say why just yet. I feel like I need to see it some more.
Yeah, and picking it first and the second. Normally we always see a support or maybe a position 3 first, but this is just like sending some message to Team 496 that kind of limit their mid heroes at the same time, but we'll see how they react on that. You still remember the problems in 496 in a previous series about that positioning of all the supports? You think this today is it going to be fixed or just change the way that they play, or?
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Razor.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
That's true. But right now, it seems like 496 is doing a lot of homework. They got Razer here. Do you remember in a BTS Pro Series back then in the last month and that team Polaris Esports just got crushed in the grand final 0-3? Do you know 2 out of those games, it was they lost to Razer. Yeah, and that's why Razer is here. And also good against the Shadow Fiend as well.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Monkey King.
Yeah. Think so.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I think so, yeah. I was like second thought myself, oh, is he? Is he good? Okay, yeah. Pangolia is another interesting hero for Pangolia because Polaris Esports got a pretty low win rate against these heroes. Play against Pangolia, man, that could cause them a lot of problems. But for themselves, one thing about Team Polaris is they actually love the push mid hero, but they got Shadow Fiend in states, and they are the fast-paced fighter, I would say. They are not playing that long game, but they in so many games they always have a super late game entrance like Medusa and PA. It seems like this one they're gonna go for the Monkey King. A little bit different, but
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team's turn to ban. Radiant team's turn to ban. Dire team ban.
Yeah. Oh. Might get to see a Pangolia being a rock star today, rolling on the back line. Playing against Pangolia is really hard, especially when you are support with a slow movement speed. I mean, if I play like Crystal Maiden and the next game got a Pangolia, oh come on, man, just take my money, please. Aye. Yeah. No. Man. Yeah. Oh.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Oh. Wow. Wow, I thought, you know, back then, like 3 or 4 years ago, I heard old Chinese saying that, I mean, if you want to be an offlaner in a China scene, first hero you have to play is a Batrider. It's more like an iconic hero for all the offlaner, but it seems like it all shifted. It became a tight hunter and Pangolia these days. Yeah. Yeah.
Dire team's turn to pick.
Grimstroke.
Alright, Grimstroke. Oh, all good. Looking pretty solid for the first 5 for Polaris Esports in the game number 1 of this important match. They won the first match for Polaris Esports, winning over team Spawn.496 again. Make sure that they got more chance to get into the next round, while 496 got nothing to lose now. They gotta fight right from the start, from game number 1. They gotta show some into the game, because this series, if you cannot try to threaten Polaris Esports right from the start, then they're gonna have a real chill farm over there for all lanes, and mid-game transition, they're all doing good.
Choose your hero.
And so important for 496 because they've lost 2 series so far, so they're potentially going to be 0-3 if they lose again, because they played twice in week 1. So they're hoping this Leshrac, Exilur and the mid lane are going to be playing Leshrac, it looks like.
Okay.
Not like a counter pick to SF. If anything, I've seen SF played against the Leshrac because you've got that burst damage potential. You can clear waves, so you keep the Leshrac off your tower. He can't just push it with the Diabolic Edict. So I think they just feel like they needed some magic damage and wanted some ability to take towers, but I wouldn't say it's like a great Leshrac game necessarily.
All right. Oh, good. Can't hardly wait to go into the game number 1, but yeah.
Seconds remaining.
The track gonna have a rough time dealing with Shadowfiend, Lelouch.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, true. So I guess it's time to go. I would go for Team Polaris Esports. Game number 1. What about you? Yeah. Yeah. One small fact about Polaris Esports is they are the kind of team that very well protected when it comes to their mid, which is going to be an important point in this game. I mean, if 496 can get the mid-tier tower real fast, shutting down the farm, all the other towers gonna come real fast, and they maybe get Roshan wrap up.
They've got very aggressive ganking heroes like Clockwork. When Snapfire hits level 6, you've got the Mortimer's Kisses, Stampede to run at people, Leshrac, Razor. They don't have a good late game. I mean, we've seen Razor be a better late game carry with like the new BKB refresher build, but I think their best bet is to play fast-paced Dota, which, you know, is generally is like, you know, 2 approaches. You can kind of turtle it up a bit with better late game, or you have to be the ones that are going to be aggressive and try and gank your opponents more.
And they do the smoke right from the start on somewhere. I think they just placing observe this one. But 3-man is already inside the Radiant NC waiting for the Lost Boy. Someone lost around here. They might can get in easy first blood with the Clockwork and also the Snapfire. Let's do some quick intro. Polaris start the series in a Radiant. Davius on Grimstroke, Lelouch on Shadowfiend, Fords on Pangolier, Marvis on the Ogre Magi, and Natsumi on Monkey King. Gonna leave the Spawn.496 to you.
Well, on Dire, Spawn.496, we've got Ahayo playing the Clockwork. We've got Exilern playing mid Leshrac, Xiaobonbon playing Snapfire, Red playing the offlane Centaur, and Ghost playing Razor for the carry.
Alright. I expect it might be a passive early game until everyone got some core items and start grouping up. But we'll see. Yeah,
we'll see. I think, let's see, as far as the 4 positions go, we've got Grimstroke on one side and Snappy. Neither of these is like amazing roamers. Maybe they try and help the mid get some runes, but probably not like super active, lots of roaming early on.
Alright. At the bottom lane is going to be Monkey King and Ogre Magi from Polaris versus Centaur Warana in Snapfire. Would be a little bit hard for Centaur Warana dealing with the Natsumi post 1 Monkey King here. He's a guy who played Monkey King a lot in a ranked game.
Yeah.
Being known for that.
He's hoping that his Snapfire can maybe bail him out a bit.
mean, on top lane, that is only the first harassment between two sides, and it's already half HP. So, if that would be a first blood, I think he is going. Of course, that would be a first blood.
Yeah.
Going to be the top lane. Well, talking like that, I mean, are there any Dota 2 game that end with like 0-0 killing score and still got a win?
I feel like I've seen some like casters or analysts like or streamers or whatever try and do that before. Well, top lane.
Oh,
almost. I remember. I can't remember who it was, but I remember some group of I think streamers were trying to win a Dota game without getting a single kill. They were just trying to only kill buildings.
Oh, the first one is come out. Oh, almost. Mary's got into the tree line just in time. It was so close. This is just showing how dangerous Centaur and also the Snapfire is. You know, just losing a little bit of. Oh my goodness! I just say that was a dangerous combo, and then they lost the first blood. Spawn.496 a little bit mispositioning, I guess.
Yeah, and positioning with the 496 supports has always been the maybe struggle in some of these games. So not the best sign as far as things starting off. But they're hoping some of these other lanes go better because there's no way they can beat Monkey King plus Ogre. Those two heroes are so good against Centaur.
Marvis. Can't underestimate the power of Centaur, Hoofstorm, and also the Gather Blast, Loot Shredder.
Yep. Snapfire very strong in lane. Interesting, went for the boots first. Not sure what the idea is there. I guess against the Ogre, you generally want to have this range support that has boots that can run away from the Ogre, not get right-clicked or hit by the Ignite.
Going on in the middle lane, the Loot with 15 last hit, 0 deny against the Track 10 and 1 deny.
Yeah, surprise. SF has no denies because he's got such high base damage, but from what I've watched, I think Leshrak's made a few just nice kind of plays to push him away. Although SF is winning the lane, I think he could theoretically be winning even harder.
I am trying to split my eye into 3 eyes.
Yeah, no missing kills.
Yeah. Well,
I'm ready for the T-Tours.
Yeah. Get ready.
Every caster's worst enemy.
but I never missed the first blood before in my life.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Okay. That's also I don't do observing anymore, so.
Yep. Games look pretty fun than I thought. I mean, we thought it's going to be like passive early games, you know, just safe farming for both sides, but it seems like they have so many attempts to kill each other in all lanes.
Yeah, especially this bottom lane has been and both side lanes have been very aggressive. I think mid lane will only get aggressive if the supports roam in. But yeah, top Ohio.
Yeah. Well, not really good for Xavius. He was caught by Ohio in a barrier assault, and also one time the power cox, and then that's gonna be the kill for Team Spawn.496. Good job.
Went for the TP. I guess he thought battery assault had ended, but there was like 1 or 2 ticks left. If he got the TP as battery assault ended, maybe he lives, but it was always going to be tough.
Yeah, but yeah, it's always hard. Maybe that's the reason why Clockwork Post 4 is very popular these days, you know. Yep. Easy to catch all these slow movement and squishy supports.
Yep.
Not so many.
And there's even a squishy mid. Like I remember back when I would play support again and I see the enemy pick Shadow Fiend, I would always want to play Clockwork. It feels so good to play Clockwork against Shadow Fiend.
Right. It's just like looking at you like a burger or something.
Yeah. You are tasty food for him. Until I mean, you know, if you get too far, once you get BKB. Not so much the case, but once you get that like first couple of hook shots level 6, that's when you feel like you can kill this SF anytime he's showing in lane or out of position.
Top, we have Fort. Well, getting a little bit more comfortable on top lane when Clockwork's not around, so that's the reason why he decided to dive in, and that is at the tower. Let's see if Ohio can get something out of that loss. No. Okay, that's interesting. Great dive, by the way.
Yeah, just Using the new Pengalier build, you're maxing Shield Crash, has early Orb of Corrosion too. There's just so much damage that comes out from Shield Crash, and then with the backup from Grimstroke, Razor's got to be careful. Got to be more careful at least.
Someone better help
Excellent.
Dire's middle
Level
tower.
6 on the way to a new scepter. Once gonna do scepter. Oh wait,
Radiant's courier has been killed.
he is gonna be fine. He can save himself, and look at that. First, support is actually come hanging around in the middle lane. Maybe trying to get the fast push in the mid-kill tower.
Yep.
Down all the farm. But hey,
They want this tier 1, and Leshrac is so low. I don't know if Excellent can really defend this one.
might be the
Grimstroke running in.
See around here, side with the raid, and also the Ink Swirl. Yeah, that's gonna be an easy 2 kills by Polaris plus mid-kill tower. Oh my.
2 heroes hit by an Ink Swirl stun. Usually you're happy with just with 1, but he got both. That's so good for their early game plus the tower. Really good for Polaris. By the way, one thing I just noticed, did you swap the teams at the top? I think they were mixed up on the team logos. We had the Radiant and Dire. I saw that the Twitch chat, they were unhappy with us.
All right, sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. They know who's who. They know who's who.
All right, all good. Yep. All right. Thank you for noticing. And then next thing I know, we get into another team fight. A 3-man team, 496 is grouping up, and they get the big kill of the Luge. But let's see. First, still at the fight at the river. They're jumping now on a tree, and Primal spring down. Ohio trying to run away with the Power Cox. I don't think there will be more kills, but who knows? Xavier is running away from Excellent, moving quite fast. Yep. Alright.
It looks like
Double check things.
yeah, no problem.
Do it with flair.
I think it was just the team logos at the top that needed to be swapped.
Yeah. The rest of the Arcane Root might cause some casualties around here. Xavier was locked down in a Power Cox, and he gonna die right at the tree. I mean, it's kind of funny when we have one tree in the river.
Just by itself, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, Christmas is coming up. Maybe they turn it into a Christmas tree. Sometimes they'll make like
I think
that.
so. Yeah, we were waiting for that. Hey, on top, yeah.
Roshan needs his Santa hat. It's not Christmas until Roshan has a Santa hat.
That's true. That's true.
You know, everyone's asking when is the next Dota patch, and I don't need to see the changes for the buffs and the nerfs. I just need to see the Santa hat. That's what we need in the next patch.
All right. Yeah. The next patch, right? You think we're gonna get it before Christmas?
I think so. I think they'll. I mean, I hope so. Just for the for the Santa hat, but also maybe they add some like they heard about maybe Aghanim's Labyrinth 2 or something will come. If they can add some custom game or something for the holidays, that would be a lot of fun.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But
Dire's
Can't
top
hardly wait
tower
for the
is
new
under
custom
attack.
games.
oh yeah,
Look at that. Radiant's
Aghanim's
courier
Labyrinth
is
was my
attacking.
favorite. That was a lot of fun.
Me too. Labyrinth. Hey, full mans of team 496 is around here, and get rid of Mavis first. Or using his ultimate with a roll of thunder in, he found a target, but it was a little bit too dangerous position to dive in. But it's Ohio. Clockwork. Man, the Clockwork support 4 is really tanky, man. And now he's finding some angle to do the hook shot. From hunting, now being hunted down before he'll be hit by the plasma field as well. Boy is running away, and all the damage in the world from Team 496. He's dropping down here. Now finally, Shadow Fiend is moving in, but very good at setting up the power cost in order to stop the marching of Shadow Fiend. And that is only cost 1 day on Team 496 side. Here we go with Swashbuckler and a chill crash. And hey, lost 1 core. Natsumi die out here as well. Seems to be a really good fight.
Got him off the tree. Yeah.
Radiant's
And now
top
if they can get Lelouch as well, that's so good for them.
Yeah, I think they can, but we'll see. Wow, this is the power of early game heroes.
Oh, 5 health on Leshrac. He lives. Pengalier dove in with a swashbuckle and just fed as well. That was so good for 496. They're suddenly up 2,000 gold. Yeah, they were kind of losing the early game when they lost their tower, but they're making so many good gigs. Ahayu has been a hero. He's just, I mean, he died there, but he threw away his life to get his team into a better position, and then they just kind of re-engaged off of their strong Leshrac, and that was just a huge dive and a bit of a throw from Polaris.
Wow, I think from this loss might push back Team Polaris back to farm like long time. I think maybe like 5 minutes more to get some core items, especially on Natsumi, because he might be a little bit furious with the day just now, but like telling his teammate, hey bro, I think I gotta farm the item first, maybe knock it off, trying to play safe.
I mean,
but
he was the one leading the charge, so if he's angry at anyone, he should be angry at himself. He was diving the tower, and then his tree got cut. I think by the quelling blade of Razor, so he has himself to blame for that one, perhaps.
All right. Bro, we need to talk and maybe chill out.
Yeah.
I think I thought things gonna turn around since I see the Shadow Fiend in Lelouch coming in, just a perfect timing, but the guy who saved the day was Ohio sending out the power cox, and now he's up for another fight again. Once he has the cooldown ready, he will always be here from downtown to the middle lane. And it's gonna be another assist on him, same with first one who fall. Let's see if Polaris can get something out of this fight. I don't think so. That's good.
Yeah. The Grimstroke just kind of farming. You can't be farming lanes when you're against a Clockwork like that. Now Leshrac has a haste rune, which is like the best rune in the game to get on Leshrac at this stage of the game. So 496 can be very aggressive right now. Wouldn't be surprised to see them maybe just, they've got the Yule, so they could just go for like a smoke gank or something now once they farm these ancient stacks.
And also need to do some objectives. All the towers. They only got like the bottom tier on towers. I think the most important one and the mid one, but it's still looking healthy. And they might losing the top tier one as well. I mean, as an early game lineup, I don't think that's a good thing.
Dire's top tower is
yeah, I think at least for Polaris, like I think they're a little more greedy. Like Monkey King, not the best late game carry, but they kind of have two carries with SF and Monkey King.
Oh, and they still want to go into a 5-5v5 against all the early games lineup.
Nice silence.
But we'll see what the result's gonna be. And when we're talking about the objective from looking very healthy mid tier one of the Radiant, they only need around like 15 seconds to take it down. And that's the mid tier 1 tower for the team. And another angle shooting in right in front of the tier 2 tower with lockdown
Requiem
as well. Using the Retail of Soul right from the tree line. Perfect positioning. Rolling Thunder, maybe catching one more. Ohio gonna be the next one. Primal Spring right at the spot, shooting multiple kisses, dealing a lot of the damage. And Natsumi trying to run away, but he was sucked by the Razor. Ooh. Oh.
Ooh, some great team fighting by both teams. SF using the Requiem in the tree. Centaur didn't see it being channeled, so he tanked like the full damage, and then he couldn't use any of his spells because he got caught by the Requiem Fear. So really good play by Lelouch, and then 496 make a nice play. Like they kind of back off and then catch him by surprise with that Mortimer's Kisses.
Bro, 17 kills already. We're not even touching like the 15 minutes yet. It's such a high KPM game.
We were worried about, you know, maybe laning stage a bit slow and passive, but once they got the items and the levels, they're just fighting constantly. And that's kind of the strength of heroes like Razor and Monkey King. These heroes aren't farmers like the way, you know, a Terrorblade is, for example.
Take a look at the graph a bit. Like the winning percentage, win probability is on Spawn.496 side, and another, I would say, successful ganks against the Shadow Fiend with the hook tops and also the power cox. Looking good job.
They popped the SF Pinata as well, another hookshot gank with the Leshrac. They are rocking and rolling on the 496 team. They are finding not just any kills, they're finding the important kills.
Man. Ohio. He's like Conan, the detective Conan. I mean, everywhere he goes, somebody must, you know, out of this world. I am looking at the area to farm for Team Polaris. I kinda worry about that because, as you say, the lineup was a little bit too greedy. We have the Shadow Fiend and Monkey King together, and they still need to share spaces to farm, sharing camps and stuff.
Yep.
Slow down the items a lot. Monkey King supposed to have more than that by now. It's 16 minutes in already. Just.
And the important thing is they have really good wards up. So 496, like they see the Shadow Fiend farming at the Ancients. They also have a ward down bottom in the jungle. So wherever Polaris go, they're being spotted by these wards. So they're always being ganked. Like this makes Clockwork his game's so easy when he can see the enemy heroes.
Tower is under attack.
All right, but they are grouping up as 4 or 3 and maybe fighting a 4 around here. If they can get this one out first, the damage dealer of Team 496, it is going to be hard. Trying to use the Stampede in order to save the core and also buy some time. Luge still cannot fight Razor with the BKB on. I think he's gonna need around like 10 more minutes to fight this Razor. And now keep on Storm rolling in for that Razor. Mary's not gonna run away. That's another down. It's actually 4 down, almost a team wide. I mean, if they keep the force. May the force be with ya.
Wow. They lost Leshrac, but they were ready to punish it. Maybe Leshrac didn't expect to die so fast, but Ahaya once again coming in, setting up a perfect fight. He's always loved playing Clockwork, even back when he was like the offlane player who would play the offlane Clockwork. And
remember.
It's showing here because he's been involved in 11 of these kills and killing 4 heroes there, which Xiao Bonbon played that fight so well too. He survived on a tiny bit of health, then kept using spells even from like next to the fight while he was on like 1% health. So until Polaris get BKB, I think they have to be way more careful.
And compared to the position 3 Clockwork that Ohio used to play, I think post-4 Clockwork got even more attacking mentality on it. I can feel the fierceness, I mean the aggressiveness that they keep roaming around. And he has the freedom to just roam around right from the start. Just get out of the lane that the carry said, go somewhere else, you know. But if the position 3, you just have to farm. It's quite scary thing that having this Clockwork all over the place.
They tried to make a gank top lane, but the fast blink dagger from Snapfire got him away.
But don't you think it's a big bet for them? I mean, they know that the hero has the limits. I think it's only around 40 minutes in.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to try and take some fights with the 2 BKB. When Monkey and SF both at BKB, but they were expecting these items to be completed, I would say before 20 minutes, but because they kept getting picked off and taking bad team fights, Polaris are really far behind.
Ooh,
so
they're coming in, bro. Like a spear. Spearhead formation strikes again, and they're setting it all up with the new scepter. And I'm up plasma field, easy kill on Xavier.
Fade from memory with the impurity.
Yeah. One thing 496 not the best at is taking Roshan, so even though they're getting all these kills, if they had any hero that could take Roshan, they would have done it already, but their draft is better at killing heroes, so they'll just keep doing that. They'll just keep killing heroes.
Man, but is that a Dota 2 game? I mean, there were so many games that they killed a lot, and then they lost in the end.
Yeah, at some point you have to think like, okay, how do we take these tier 2 towers? How do we take Roshan? I mean, Roshan is definitely doable. Like, it will just take a while. Maybe they need more points in Little Shredder, or they're just using the magic damage of Leshrac. And their late game, I'm surprised Ghost isn't going Refresher yet on Razor. Maybe he will get it after the Shiva's Guard. The Shivas is nice, having armor, of course, against both SF and Monkey, who are physical damage, but the Refresher is where you get really, really strong.
Yeah, agree with you on that. I am looking at the Centaur runner. Quite tanky he is, on the way to an Aghanim Scepter. With the face boot, blink and all the stuff. Stampede would be very useful in every single team fight they are engaged in. Yeah. And they are not interested in going for the Roshan. Maybe they think the damage output for the physical damage is not enough yet, so they might try to wrap this bottom tier 2 down first. That's somebody inside is Force.
Yeah, can they catch him? He's hiding in the trees. Roche is always dangerous against heroes like Pangolier, Monkey King with Wukong's, like the Polaris heroes are very good at punishing a potential Roshan. Snapfire on these trees. This is a potentially good position. Needs Blink. Yeah, Blink to come off cooldown. So yeah, he's going to be able to scout a lot of things up here.
I think this is not looking good for Team Polaris. I mean, if the fight breaks out, I think you're going to lose. All the damage dealer is farming in middle though. And that was so close.
They already backed off.
For them, yeah.
So they're going to look to keep farming. They've got 2 BKBs, which is why they smoked, but they still need a bit more, perhaps. Like Monkey King had to disassemble his Echo Saber, you know, like small things like this. Just this monkey doesn't feel very strong or scary right now.
Alright, 496. That is quite risky. Walking up to the high ground pretty confidently into the triangle, but nobody there.
Yep.
Seems to be another wasted journey for them, and the rest of the core of Team Polaris is splitting out, farming bottom lane and all the stuff.
Will they catch Monkey King?
What?
He's hiding.
The tree on top of the tree again. That is sick.
Good thing if he didn't disguise himself. Oh, they're so pink. Okay, yeah. If he didn't disguise himself, the Clockwork would have seen him. So.
I was like asking myself, hey, am I tripping?
Dire's bottom tower is under
He's
attack.
actually on top of the tree, and now he's moving away. He's gonna be fine. And I kind of don't feel like it when Spawn.496 is
Dire's bottom tower needs
moving
some help.
around like this for maybe 3 or 4 minutes already.
They're always trying to find the kills, which worked for them to get them a lead, but if they stop finding the kills, they're going to get out farmed. So yeah, this smoke really needs to work. Natsumi has a BKB though.
But look at the positioning. I kind of like the positioning of Marvis, that he was placed there just to make sure that they're gonna get died by the smoking. And it's gonna be he himself get dived in. But it seems like Senpor not interested in Marvis, going for the core, but not using the Wukong command order to sort somebody out. Now finally they turn back to Marvis and finish him off. Diving in for that ghost, wants hit by everything possible, but can he just walk away? Saved by Snapfire for a little bit. Turn the BKB, first time usage, slashing Senpor Marana down. This might be the chance to come back from Team Polaris. I think they're gonna hunt for more. So no more BKB, multiple kisses, damage. It's not gonna threat that much. Not hitting any. Okay, you're gonna be the next one who falls. Excellent, running away. Charbon Bun got nothing to use. Seems to be a big fight win for Team Polaris this time.
Yeah. Jabonbon was hoping maybe Monkey King would come back in because he was so low. He did a good job. He used the Mischief, I think, to dodge some Mortimer's Kisses damage, which maybe kept him alive. And the Pangolier just, like, even though he dies in the end, just setting everything up with the Inkswell on him, willing to just run in, throw away his life, make sure to catch the Razor. And Razor kind of wasted his BKB. I guess he traded his BKB for the Monkey King ultimate, but as a result, once the BKB wore off, was very vulnerable.
Yeah, that's true. That's the big weakness of him. I mean, yeah, maybe that's the reason why they might have to start thinking about the objective. Wasting a little bit too much time until this Monkey King got the BKB, and the first usage of the BKB was just awesome. And then after this,
they're very like on this one track where all they want to do is team fight and get kills. They didn't even go for that tier 1 top tower. They were just diving past it to go for these kills. So they're not taking towers. They're again not taking Roshan, which is not what their heroes in draft does well. But at some point you have to say, okay, if we want to fight them, let's take Roshan, because then if they come fight us, we're stronger. But when you're diving the enemy towers like that, you're kind of putting yourself in a disadvantageous position.
all right. So, your guess, who's gonna get the first Aegis?
Oh god, that's a hard one.
That's hard, right?
Sorry, Polaris, their heroes are better at killing it, but 496 have a slight advantage, so... I feel something tells me like Polaris are starting to pull this game back now. They have their BKBs, they're winning fights, and they're in Roshan. 496 might contest it. Maybe this with Clockwork.
I think they might get some information that the majority players team Spawn.496 at the bottom lane, so they decided to go in. It looks like an invitation from Team Polaris to call Team Spawn.496 to join the team fight, and now they smoke out from the Roshan pit quite fast.
He doesn't have BKB.
Yeah.
They really want him. But I think Leshek saw maybe a potential for them to smoke, and he's playing so safe right now. He's not even staying by his ancients because he's so close to BKB. Like 200 gold and he will have BKB, so he doesn't want to fight without it.
Oh my goodness. Man, this is so important, so crucial fight here. Who might turn the games around? Guys, in the chat, are you ready for this?
This is the one. This is, I mean, you mentioned who's going to get first Roshan. Whoever wins this team fight, that's who it will be.
Still a vague answer, but hey, shut it down. A primal spin, and also I thought that was a pretty good one, using a Roman Thunder and destroy all the formations.
BKB arrives.
Spawn.496 is trying to commit again with the stampede, but hey, the Wukong command and all that stuff in a small area with him of soul. Oh my goodness, that's Sumi. Fight until he drops. He did the most he could, but it seemed to be a great fight for team Spawn.496 though. The race of team Polaris needs to just retreat it away and might have to give away the first aces of the game.
Yep.
Nothing much.
Chasing, they want more. Yeah. SF, can he get away from this one? It should be okay.
Oh, is he?
Plasma hit. Oh, he's dead.
All right.
Is he?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Triple kill.
Kill for Ghost. That's awesome. What an awesome fight.
Yeah. They fought in the Monkey King ultimate, but most important, Monkey King's BKB was on cooldown. So with Mortimer's Kisses reigning in, Monkey King was just dying to all the magic damage, even with the bonus armor. So they did a good job recognizing that they had to kill Monkey King or his Wukong was going to destroy them. So got by Polaris to bait the BKBs. Basically use, again, it's a higher being used as bait, and he just buys back and comes back in. They use too much just for a clockwork.
Yeah. But spell distribution to clockwork, and I kind of surprised when things happening so fast like that. All the pro players are just really on point on what they wanna kill first, and or all the target focus. And that was. And another fight breaks out once again with an angle in and aiming for the supports and slide himself away for Xavier. But let's take a look. Can they counter attack on this? I think they maybe can.
He's dead for a long time.
Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting.
Hayo, I mean, his role has been just that, kind of to be this frontliner who throws away his life for a better team fight. But you got to be a little bit more careful when you just bolt back. You don't have buyback. Your death respawn time is going to be so long. So Polaris actually going to get in the pit. No rocket flare to scout this, and no clockwork to initiate.
Man, the game turned around once again. They might have to commit on with this one. 40 seconds to go for Ohio. Without Ohio, no power cox, which is going to be very hard to win a team fight. Now they see how committed that. They even use the Wukong setting in. The Grand cannot modify King sets movement again, and it's going to snatch the aces of Immortal.
Wow.
Disaster for Team Polaris.
They just run in with the Centaur. He gets the hoof stomp on them, and the Mortimer's Kisses to follow it up. SF couldn't get BKB off. Pangolier couldn't get off maybe his roll-up or something. His Rolling Thunder was on cooldown, which is part of the problem. They have Rolling Thunder that goes a lot better, but they just got overconfident. I think they thought that, okay, we're gonna put Wukong command up, and they're not gonna fight into Monkey King. You know, he's the king of the Roshan pit, but 496 had other ideas. They felt like they can just run on in and, well, they completely destroy Polaris.
Why go in when we can shoot from afar? They got a cannon.
Yeah, this Snapfire just raining in Hellfire, and they were not ready. That's multiple fights in a row where Mortimer's Kiss is just winning them these team fights. Maybe they're thinking, oh, the Snapfire has the Blink Dagger. She's trying to do the Blink plus Scatter Blast stun combo, but Xiaobonbon is, you know, I think smartly just playing position far back.
And here, Aghanim charts. Got a blast. Not back.
Radiant's bottom tower is no more.
Game looking very good, but still not 100% sure that Team Spawn.496 is going to win the first game of the series. They just have to seal the deal. Maybe try to high ground right after first ages, or maybe shutting down the area first, waiting for the second, and maybe trying for the second time.
Yeah, I think control the map is good. Just get the wards up, I mean, they've got the Aegis on Razor so that they can theoretically win or have the advantage in any team fight when Razor is 2 lives, and they're going to have Refresher soon on Razor, so they've got some big items coming out. And if they control the map, they're just going to be farming more because, you know, Polaris don't want to fight, so they're going to be maybe more hiding in their base.
Alright. Catching, I think they see Marvis.
Yeah, Bonbon.
With the multi-cast. I think he's going to sacrifice his life, but hey. Seems like they are looking for Natsumi as well. I mean, if they see... Oh, wow, that's so close.
Gets caught by a rocket flare.
Oh! That was so close. I think Mavis is a date me. Meanwhile, Solo. Nope, not Solo cool triple team.
They killed the left track mid.
Yeah.
He couldn't get BKB off, it looks like. Yeah, I did not see anything of what happened, but he was alone, and he should not have been there alone when his team is... They're all showing top. It's not like they're just not with him, but when you're not with... When you're not with the team and you're letting your opponents know, it's like, okay, we're trying to gank you top. Leshek should not be mid when his teammates are showing top. If they're off the map, then it's maybe okay, but that's a bit of a sloppy play from 496.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah, when things getting in shape for them, I still think that they need to do like more than 90% things right to win this one, because it's still a hard game consider all the heroes and the limitations of their cores.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ghost already on the refresher. I still remember the fun of playing Razor like 6, 7, 8 years ago, you know, going for an Hecalim Scepter, Refresher, Orb, and just... Oh, wait! That's a big fight again! Shooting multiple cases, but
top tower is under
seems not working this time.
Yep, the 4-star from Xavius helping out.
Do you like to play Razor?
I'm not a bit... I find it a bit boring.
Is it hard or boring?
It depends. I think some games it can feel boring because I mean, depending what heroes it feels like your job is just to statically. I mean, it's a good Dota hero because your job is to make the enemy offlaner like really miserable, like, which is making your enemies feel bad is like half of the reason many people play Dota. So
chipped away.
Static linking like these Tide Hunters and stuff can feel very enjoyable.
Yeah, maybe they're enjoying it this time as well. They're doing a big smoke to catch one support. Well, I wish they could catch more in order to progress on the game. For me, regarding the Razor, I feel like it's kind of hard to play for me. I mean, what is hard for me is the timing of getting into the team fight. You need to be just right, especially when you gotta deal with all the big ultimates. For example, like Ravage and all those stuff. You can't just anyhow going straight in first one, because if you die, then your team is over. You just need a perfect timing, someone who initiates for you first, and then you just come in straight cleaning everyone.
Yeah, it can be a hard carry to play because you feel like you have to be running in first in the front lines, but that's where the new refresher build I think is really good. I don't know if you've tried it, but you now have double, like you can run in, use your first BKB and Eye of the Storm static link, and it doesn't matter if you don't kill anyone because you have the second BKB as well. So having double BKB is really strong. I've seen a lot of carry players valuing and going for refresher, not just Razors, like even like some Terror Blades, Monkey Kings as like a 4th or 5th item, because BKB duration is just so important that refresher on carries is becoming more and more common.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, 12 seconds.
Yeah, it's very, very strong when your opponents don't have anything that stuns through BKB. They're going to feel like they either have to run away from Razor or try and burst Razor before he pops BKB.
I mean, imagine if you're the support and you just have to standing there waiting for the BKB out just to throw one small stun on him.
Yeah.
Finally, I can stun him, and then
you're already dead.
Goodbye, man.
He's gonna have 2 Eye of the Storms up, and it does so much damage. If he plus, he's gonna get level 25 soon, which is a really strong talent.
Oh, hook shot. Monkey King got conscious now. He was his tree was cut down, and now he's about to go down, and they lost Monkey King. But now the question is, will he buy back or not? His teammate is fighting very hard, at the top tier through tower waiting for him. But no, I don't think there will be any buyback coming out. Enemy uses monument kisses already.
Mega kill.
Oh my man, that's
Hope it was worth
that's
it.
crazy long monument kisses.
Yeah, that was absolutely miserable for the Ogre, and they also lose the Grimstroke. That was the strength of the Razor there. He committed both BKBs, double Eye of the Storm, double Static Link. He stole, I think, 200 damage with his 2 Static Links. One was 130, the other was like 70, and had 2 Eye of the Storm going. With the 12 seconds of BKB, there was nothing Monkey King could do to fight into Razor there.
Dire Snow fortified.
Man, and I mean, if Spawn.496 get the first game of the series, that's gonna affect a lot on their morale onto the second and potentially the third game. Well, I mean, if the momentum is on their side, it might be like 2-0 sweep against Polaris. That's interesting.
Radiant's top tower deserves just as much
Yeah,
help
that
as Spawn.
would be a big upset. I mean, you mentioned it. You didn't feel like you felt 496 they would come in and have a good chance, and they're showing here. They're not just gonna like roll over and die. They're gonna put up a fight.
My goodness.
Yeah, there's no easy way to kind of come back for Polaris. They're kind of just forced to turtle it up now and try get some of these late game items on their carries here, but there's not really any big items that are going to change this game entirely right now.
16 to 32 game score, 12k ahead. No Aegis, but yeah, the next Aegis is up soon. So I think it might be a turning point for the game, but we'll see if you can deal with the power of that Razor from or not. BKB refresher, that means you gotta deal with all the damage for at least 10 seconds. Natsumi.
They're hunting for him with the plasma field. And the Chivas, they're gonna find him. Oh, he dodges the hook shot.
Yeah, they're gonna hunt for Natsumi because he always is cutting out the creep wave, which is annoying.
Yeah,
Creep wave control
good
is very
attempt.
important at this.
They knew exactly like what part of the map he was on and sent to. Oh, they've been caught. Left track. Exilern being chain stunned here.
Yeah, if they can get that Exilern, then maybe they've got a chance.
Don't let it get to you.
Polaris trying to hype themselves up, being the Pengo for catching him, using the Rolling Thunder with the roll up as well as the Yule Scepter to basically well, not basically, to exactly perma-stun the Leshrac. I think Leshrac maybe just needs an Aeon Disc at this point. I'm surprised he has this Shiva's Guard queued up. I think you replace your Magic One with an Aeon Disc to make sure you need to be able to get your BKB off. You're being chain stunned, just get an Aeon Disc and I think your game gets a lot easier.
Are there any key items for Shadow Fiend that Lelouch can buy to just turn things around?
I mean, he's got Satanic soon. This gives him, I mean, more sustain. It's not like a game changer. He still has to make sure he doesn't get Static Link. Like, he's got this Hurricane Pike. He has to push the Razor away.
Oh, wait.
Double up.
Oh, man.
Spit out.
Long range being thrown in. A long centaur. On the Razor team, Polaris needs to just run away from that area because it's a short point, small area, not fighting against the Mortimer Kisses. And lucky them, they all got out of there alive.
Yeah, once they saw Razor pop the refresher and use BKB, they're like, okay, we're not fighting this. I think Pangolier thought about going in, but Razor's second BKB was just something they had no answer for. So no one dies. A great initiation using the Snapfire Ag Scepter with the Gobble Up, but unfortunately SF didn't quite die during the initiation, so he gets off his BKB 4 stops away. And both teams just reset. So for 496, you're like, okay, maybe we want to wait for a refresher to come back, but also there's a Roach potential, so there's going to be a bit of a standoff around this pit if Polaris want to contest.
Man, the picture just now that I see Centaur flying across the map is still on my mind. I was like, oh, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
And then perfect landing, Hoopstorm right after. Yeah, unlucky for them. Didn't get any
Roach is dying
kills.
fast. They're going to be too late.
And here we go with the Aegis and the Cheese. I don't think they want to commit for Polaris, but is that too late? Because they're getting in too near. But yeah.
They've got to gobble up. No.
Under attack.
They thought about it. He ate up the centaur, but he couldn't find a good target.
Killed. Those things aren't cheap, you know.
Looks like they gave the Aghanim shard to the Leshrac, so we'll see that multiple repeating split earth.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
Lelouch cutting the creep way, taking down mid-tier tower quite fast, and they just have to defend. I think this is a time gods to just go up the high ground. Come on, this is a opportunity. Excellent, it's gonna be the first one that goes in. He still has the BKB and also 20 charges of the Bloodstone. Here we go with the Stampede, but hey, see how far that Razor is. The first round gone. Nobody dies as yet.
So they faded out Wukongs, so
yeah.
no Wukongs, no BKB on Monkey King, and they still have the Aegis. So 496 are gonna. Whoop, here we go.
Coming in hard. Coming in hard. Xavier was the first one to gone, and then he bought back right away. Now in the front line, that's nobody. Nobody can stand the damage from all the static links and also the static storm. No, I mean the not static storm, the Eye of the Storm. And then they decide to just go back. They got what they want. They got the tier 3 tower. We'll be back.
Yeah, I think they're gonna wait for the Razor got so low. They don't want to just throw away the Aegis. They're gonna wait for Razor to heal, get his spells back up, and go push again. They've got level 25 on Razor, so they've got the extra target on Eye of the Storm now. They're getting very scary, very strong.
Unbelievable that all the damage is just enough in the late game for team Spawn.496.
Yep.
They really confident in their idea of they're gonna win late against all these Monkey Kings and the Shadow Fiend. Oh, look at that. MC learned, yeah, he missed it a little bit, but being safe by teammate for Starbound, we turn the BKB and ready to go back in. He used that ghost to be in the front line and chasing everyone off Team Polaris away. Now they get the first set of brackets. And maybe they are thinking about to get the melee one. Here we go, start attack on the Barak Obama.
He's melting.
Yeah, and now they got that Barracks. And then the first Aegis.
BKB Requiems.
Yes, they can kill that Razor. Make kill streak ended, but the thing is, Team Spawn.496 got what they want. Two set of racks, but let's see the follow-up right here. With the Polaris using the smack on 2-on-3. They're coming out of the base, and maybe that's going to be enough damage, though. Using everything, looking very healthy for that Natsumi. Double kill already. Can he go for a triple? No, he cannot. The damage from Epsilon is still decent.
Too many stuns. The split earths are just everywhere.
Oh my.
Natsumi trying to just fight his way with the Jingu lifesteal through it all, but this Leshrac is pretty damn scary at this point. Level 27 with all that AoE damage. Once those BKBs wore off on SF and Monkey, they need to kill Leshrac first, it looks like, because he just tore him apart.
25 charges on the Bloodstone.
Well,
man, look at that. Now he's catching one more guy.
Oh.
Radiant's middle
550 movement speed.
God,
Not going to run away from the guy.
Yeah, Edict just does so much damage with the level 25 talent. And Centaur's just solo pushing. This guy is a big, beefy boy. Heart of Tarask, 5,000 plus health. Good luck killing him.
Man, and another key, I feel like every positioning of Team Spawn.496 is so good in this game. The performance is decent. From Ohio, who's doing a great job in the early game, and also the Charbon as well with the Modern Kisses. Perfect timing, perfect positioning, and that's gonna be the second set of racks. I'm not saying that this is the end of the game for Team Polaris, but at this point it would be very hard.
Yeah. They're using the Centaur Retaliate just to chip away the tier 4 towers. Hookshot trying to kill these supports. Centaur getting some good damage on the towers.
Radiant's top tower.
This Leshrac did so much that last team fight.
I guess Radiant fortified their structure.
They got to defend. Ohio.
They got it. Okay, it's still fighting on though. They got Ohio first and third. The group of mine. Hey, that's a hell of damage though. That's a hell of damage. And the rest of team at Spawn.496 needs to retreat just when we thought the game is already over. It's seem to come back a little bit in this game for Team Polaris, or at least they don't want to lose the first game too easy.
Still some hope. No buyback on Snapfire, so dead for 100 seconds, but not really a situation where Polaris can do anything about it because they've lost 2 lanes, so they have to push out all the creep waves. There's no Roshan to take, so unfortunately for them, even with Snapfire dead, they're probably just going to have to farm it up and push out waves, try to get their next SF trying to finish a Rapier. He's feeling like that's his only hope right now.
Yeah, only hope. When things goes all wrong, just go for the Rapier. It can light your tunnel. Well, I'm not sure if that's a correct saying.
I'm trying to picture it now.
Yeah.
The light at the end of the tunnel. That almost feels like, you know, they're heading to their death.
Sorry.
I don't know if you want to find the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
But Polaris perhaps feeling like this smoke player. They're going aggressive. They know this Snapfire being dead is a window for them. But 496 they're hiding their turtle. They know this is coming.
Yeah. Underestimate at all. I'm going to show you guys the buyback status. Seems like the Dire is still in a pretty safe spot because they still have like 3 buybacks. Go wrong at the moment and can buy back and saving it.
Crazy thing, the win probability is only 80%. I would think it would be higher, but yeah, 20% is still, I mean,
normally, I mean, if you already got 2 set of racks, it's gonna be at least like 95.
Yeah. And there got so many big late game items on 496, so perhaps some hope still there for Polaris.
I think it's all about the place to fight. I think picking a perfect location to fight is very important because both sides got a lot of the strong AoE spells, especially for Team Spawn.496. And then if you can combine all those power cocks, Herd, and also multiple kisses together, then that's going to be a damage. Polaris got the Wukong command.
Polaris, have they? Oh, they think they've got the Rapier now. It's coming out on the Courier.
Ooh.
All in on Mr. Shadowfiend. He's got the Ascetic Cap, which is, you know, not really a carry. I mean, it's sort of a carry item. It's just to protect him, basically. He gets gone on. He has that status resistance for 3 seconds. So,
my God.
Not like the best SF item, but for this game where he feels like he's getting chain stunned, it can maybe save his life. We saw Leshrac using it earlier as well, so it's been one of those items that can really bail you out at times.
All those chain stunts.
Yeah.
Very... Man, what a hard game it is on this one. And this is just the first game of the series, guys. First game.
Will we get 60 minutes? Tier 5 items?
I think so. But hey, it depends on this fight as well. That's the mid-side offer with a smackdown ahead. Look at the needs of damage. He can easily kill Excellent in no time. He needs to use Scepter and trying to run away, but everyone was chasing for Excellent at the end of the wall. Excellent is not gonna run away, and 4 kill streak, and then they can't fight the damage.
She's dying.
Yeah, everyone is walking away. Walking away. You don't turn your back on your enemy. Oh my goodness, now they are being hunted down one by one. Team 496 Spawn. It's not looking good. Natsumi with a double kill though. No buyback for Centaur Warren for 2 minutes.
Wow, Rapier paying off big time.
God, yeah.
Shadowfiend did 10,000 hero damage that fight. Absolutely destroying them with the Rapier, and they were not ready for his damage. Razor ran in with like the BKB Eye of the Storm and almost died. He had 200 health after like 3 or 4 right clicks. Gets bailed. The Snapfire was like, I'm gonna gobble you up and toss you away from this fight. He was like, I gotta save my buddy. Yeah. Usually you use it to initiate. This time around he's like, no, we're getting a runaway.
Go home, bro. Man, home run. Oh my God. The Shadowfiend, this Shadowfiend just hit it hard like a home run in every single attack.
Yeah. And now they've got the ward on the high ground. They want to push. I think they know Centaur has no buyback. Yeah, he used it 4 minutes ago, so they probably know this and are trying to find a way to take a fight. Maybe they could just get Roshan. That's going to be up in 30 seconds. location and keep scouting it out. They'll get themselves Roche number 3, so that means Refresher or Aghanim Scepter.
Man, this is one of the crazy game like in a while for me.
Yeah.
Crazy. I mean, crazy right from the start that we see the heroes of Team Spawn.496. Like, how dare you pick these kind of risky heroes? But they're doing it so good. Until at this point of the game, and now they're moving into the Rolling Thunder. Here we rolling and trolling, and then here we go with the Wukong command. That's a lot of damage. Natsumi killing spree. Still got a buyback though for that Razor.
Bon.
But
He's got no TP. They know he's somewhere. They're pinging in the jungle. They're looking for him. He even smokes.
He's gonna be fine.
Yeah, they.
Focus right now is at the Roshan pit, where Team Polaris is going to take it very fast.
Yeah. Nothing to stop this from happening. SF will, yeah, let's say, probably takes it. He's got the rapier. He has to take out his treads, which is, you know, not the best. Who got the Aghanims? Sumi Aghanims on Monkey, so gets the little monkey soldiers.
Yeah.
Not a bad upgrade, but I feel like this got nerfed a few times and isn't as good as it used to be. They're pushing.
All right. 1.6k damage. And now just going like that. Come on, man. Come on, man. And now he's striking. On the towers already. It's time to go for the barracks. Oh my god. It's only few hits on the barracks, man. First set of racks. But it doesn't matter. I mean, if Spawn.496 makes slightly mistake, it could be like one punch KO.
Yep. Pangolier 25, so the Rolling Thunder has like a 30-second cooldown. Very short. He's just using that to cover their pushes, and he's also got an Aeon Disc, so if he gets gone on, he can quickly assemble it and get out of some stuns. This is looking a lot better for Polaris. They're suddenly leading. SF has buyback, so even dying, he'll lose the rapier, but it doesn't mean the game is over. And it's actually Polaris who have the higher win probability now.
Hey, bro, do you remember that that's one tournament that the trophy is Divine Rapier?
Yeah, I do. I think it was one of the ones in China, right?
Yeah. Nice, man.
I mean, Lelouch showing it is a good prize. Yeah. This item will win you games.
All right. Man, this is scary for both sides.
Oh, Ghost, what are you doing? He's alone.
Oh, no! He still got to buy back, but I mean, he can be forced to do so, and then running out of it later. Yeah, he will be forced. He has to do it.
Very shocking.
So.
Dire structures are
Careful already, my brother.
Yep, they've got a second Wukong command here. They go in with the Centaur.
And Mortimer kills him. Damn it, it looks ran all the SP back. Oh, the back line only falls. The tanker gone first. 5.2k SP means nothing in front of the wide red here, but however, the loot here, but he will be right back with the full SP full man, and that's to me, same time moving in with the second Wukong command.
Ghost is dying.
Straight for that goal. He's trying to run away from the circle. He dies outside the circle with no buyback. 2 minutes in. It's time for Team Polaris to charge. Oh, just this guy. Oh my goodness. And Lenovo finally falls, and now he lost his drive MP. I don't know where it is. I don't know where is the drive MP, but the fight is not the forward just yet. Again, second by second. Who is going to come out this one alive? Lenovo's back to the scene with no device. They've still got some decent damage.
Rapier on the ground.
No buyback.
Get it.
Left here. Back to the order.
It's done it. No buybacks. They've done it. What a crazy game.
Holy shoot. I mean, I'm speechless. I don't know what to analyze anymore after this. Man, that's crazy.
That was crazy. That was such a good ending to this game. Razor getting picked off there cost them so badly. Because then, I mean, the team fight was like a maybe even team fight, but the difference is Shadow Fiend and Monkey King both have buyback. So they kill Shadow Fiend and they kill Monkey King. He buys back, comes in for a second ultimate with his refresh. And has a second BKB. SF dies. He comes back, picks up his rapier, and cleans up the fight. But if Razor had 2 lives, they can win that fight. But because he only has 1 life, because he gets picked up before it, they can't take it. So what an insane game.
Let the fighting recommence! 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Radiant team's turn to ban.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Dire team's turn to ban.
welcome back to the DPC. Okay.
Radiant team's turn to pick. Dire team's turn to pick.
Clockwork!
Dire team's turn to pick.
Behold the horn of madness.
Oh, hello. Hello. Sorry, I was like, just I see you freeze and then, okay, that must be something wrong. So, okay, welcome everyone
Radiant team's turn
back
to pick.
to the DPC 2021-2022 Pool 1 Division 2 Week 2, the match between team Spawn.496 versus team Polaris Esports in the best of 3 series. You're here with me, Cyclops and Mr.
10
God
seconds remaining.
in game number 2, and the current score is Polaris
5
Esports 1
seconds remaining.
and Spawn.496.
And if you missed it, game 1 was crazy. Crazy game.
Dire team
That's
ban.
true. All right, so in game 2, let me take a look a bit. I'm trying to. Okay.
10 seconds
Okay.
remaining.
Okay. So, what do you like
5
about
seconds
the
remaining.
game 1, Gods?
I like that the teams did not play perfectly. Dota's more fun when teams are making mistakes and there's rapiers and the team fights are crazy. Everyone has BKB, buyback, using all these big ultimates. The Snapfire has Aghanims, using the Gobble Up to
Radiant
throw in
team's
this
turn to
Centaur. Any game where it goes late game and has that crazy stuff happening is just very exciting. And I think, I mean, it was devastating for 496 because I feel like they should have won, and at the very last minute they just kind of threw.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, adjust.
Dire team's turn to ban.
Adjusting.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because the camera is a bit, covering up all the team names of the players. Okay.
As far as game 2 draft goes, this time around 496 pick Shadow Fiend, and they pick it with Clockwork, which, if you go way back, it used to be the combo where you use the cogs to deny and get free souls. I don't think that's how you play Shadow Fiend anymore. If it's mid Shadow Fiend, you want to get raises. If it's safe lane Shadow Fiend, maybe you do the cogs killing with the souls, but we'll see.
10 seconds remaining.
Man, we get to see the Shadow Fiend and also the Clockwork once again,
5
but this is
seconds
on
remaining.
the Polaris Esports. Clockwork got to deal with the. I'm thinking about if I am the Mirana, should I be afraid of dealing with the Clockwork on the other side?
I don't think so. I think that it always feels nice playing the supports that have a way to escape from cogs. So if Clockwork gets on top of you with Battery Assault or traps you in cogs, Mirana has Leap, so you
Dire
can
team's turn
always
to ban.
escape from Clockwork. I think it's not essential, but it makes the game a lot easier when the Clockwork can't kill you. You can play more aggressive, you can just be in different places on the map if you have a way to escape.
Yeah. Do you think that the game pace is going to be the same
seconds
as
remaining. Dire
the
team's turn to
as the
pick.
first one? That
So far,
fast
yes.
right on the start, and
I hope
it's
so.
intense all over.
Yeah, neither team is picking like super late game carries yet. Like Shadow Fiend kind of is, but if it's like mid Shadow Fiend with raises, he does a lot of damage. And the nice thing with Shadow Fiend in the game is everybody wants to kill Shadow Fiend. It's like you put a target on your back. The second you pick
10
this hero,
seconds remaining.
the enemy is like, let's gank Shadow Fiend. Like every Dota player in the world just
5
sees this
seconds
hero and wants to
remaining.
gank it, wants to kill it.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's any different in competitive Dota because it's a hero that has no escape and is very vulnerable to being ganked. So that naturally means we're going to see a lot of aggression. And seeing the heroes Polaris picked, Maranas, Kunkka, Magnus, not really that greedy at anything. We've seen Kunkka play carry and mid. They're going to look to fight a lot.
Yeah. Oh, a Abaddon.
Dire team's turn to pick.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's a Abaddon and also a Timbersaw together. This is one small fact about Team Polaris that they don't have a very good win rate against Timbersaw. I remember they also lost one game in the BTS Grand Finals.
10 seconds remaining.
PS9 Pro Series last month. Yeah,
5
that
seconds
series that they
remaining.
lost 0-3. That's one game that we got to deal with Timbersaw, and it wasn't a good game at all for Team Polaris. Man. And Timbersaw with a Abaddon.
Yeah.
Team up with a Clockwork.
Timbersaw doesn't necessarily fit their draft, but usually you're just picking Timbersaw because it's good against the enemy heroes. And right now they see Magnus, Kunkka, 2 strength heroes, melee heroes, and they're like, yeah, let's pick Timbersaw. It's good against both these heroes. So, I don't mind it, but I am a little worried about how they're going to play it and how well it's going to fit. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. It's something different, and I'm sure game 1 left them feeling like really a bit demoralized because like finally they were so close to getting their first win, and you know they couldn't quite get across the finish line, so they want to just mix things up and draft something different.
Radiant team ban.
And Ursa Warrior right here for Team Spawn.496, another scary heroes.
Yeah.
Kane.
Against the Timbersaw. I like this. I was thinking, what do you want to play into the Timbersaw lane? And Ursa's just always going to be one of the best picks. It's really good against like pretty much all of
10 seconds
496's
remaining.
heroes. I would say it's even good against Shadow Fiend. Like you can enrage when he's about to hit you with a Requiem
5
to block a lot of the
seconds
damage. So it's a good hero just to get on top of SF. So very, very good Ursa game. Let's just do to that.
All right. Let me check with all the stuff. I think all good. The overlays and all right.
So last pick's coming out. 496 looking for their carry. They're going to want something that's good against Ursa.
Dire team ban.
So either some kind of range
Radiant
carry,
team's
something
turn
that
to
can
ban.
kite the Ursa, something maybe with mobility. And then Polaris, they're looking for probably a 5 position hero. I guess Magnus could be 5 position, but maybe Magnus Ursa's a lane. You can skewer the Timbersaw into your tower and stuff, but probably what makes the most sense is doing Magnus with Marana in the off lane.
10
But
seconds
it is a little
remaining.
weird to last pick your support, but they probably felt like they had to get the Ursa or it would be banned.
5 seconds remaining.
Ursa game once again. I mean, every time that I see an Ursa game, it's not a passive one at all. I mean, the hero grouping up very fast, need only a few items, and gank around, and especially you have that Kunkka as your mid. It's gonna be a decent damage, even though you go into the late game. Team up with Magnus, which might be another core. Well, what is the last support you think that would go for it for Esports?
Dire team's
What
turn
do they
to ban.
need? Maybe some... Really, they just want something that's good for the lane, I feel like. They banned Lich and Grimstroke because they're just strong laning heroes. We saw last game how good the Inkswell can be on these melee heroes that run in. You put Inkswell on them, so... Maybe something like a Disruptor could be good.
10
Hard to
seconds
say for
remaining.
sure. I think any 5 position that feels good in lane, like a Bane, could be
Radiant
fine.
team's turn to pick.
Disruptor is not bad, man. I feel so as well. I mean, can support from the back line, lock somebody down or glimpse somebody back. Got some decent, annoying the early game damage from Thunder Strike. Man, that's awesome.
Yep.
Spawn.
10 seconds remaining.
last one from them.
5 seconds remaining.
Do you think the Abaddon Timbersaw is going to
I think Clockwork will maybe help Timbersaw out a bit.
Dire team's turn to pick.
Also, just to check with the overlay, did you swap the teams so that 496 are on the Radiant side? I just saw the Twitch, so they okay. It's there's the delay. So
on the delay already. I was like, oh my god.
Just making sure.
10 seconds remaining.
So Ember Spirit, there. Whoa, where's Ember going? Is that? Oh, they're
5
doing
seconds remaining.
carry SF, I guess. Ember mid, so they're gonna do SF in the safe lane against Magnus. So yeah, I think SF should have a good. Maybe they will be doing the Clockwork with the Cogs deny to get the souls early on. If they're doing the carry Shadow Fiend, that makes a lot of sense.
Choose your hero.
Lion, okay. There's your support to give the Ursa a good game, and they see Ember Spirit. They want more stuns and lockdown. Having Hex and Earth Spike against the Ember Spirit feels nice.
This one is going to be an awesome one. Once again, that I all full with all the fighting heroes, and everyone is so ready from the start. Excellent. We'll get to see him playing Ember Spirit. I have seen him in the Dota TV a couple of times, and one of them is he playing Ember Spirit in the high rank games, and it's pretty good. I mean, he's a kind of like the fast mover, level 7.
10 seconds
Get a
remaining.
decent rune and just go.
Roam around, yeah. That's what they need. Like
5
Shadow
seconds
Fiend, they don't
remaining.
want a mid hero that's going to be greedy and just want to farm. So I like how that sounds. It's a mid matchup where, you know, Kunkka is not a hero you can easily kill, so he's going to maybe just look to roam elsewhere or ask his supports to come gank. But the Clockwork ganks well, but Abaddon, not really the good ganking support.
Static lanes gonna be for Spawn.496.
Yeah.
I still like Polaris Esports. I feel like the heroes are pretty straightforward. Got enough lockdown to play. Reliable stun from that Lion. Earth Spike, Hex and stuff. Easy for Ursa. We also have the X-Matter Spot and the Torrent. I feel like Polaris Esports are quite easy to play when it comes to the team fight and also the micro gank, but we'll just have to see Spawn.496 the way they scale on their cores as well, because Excellent is a kind of a player that's scaling very fast, and the fact that he is playing the Ember Spirit, one of the fastest in the game as well.
Yep.
In terms of scaling.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good point. I think their draft definitely easier to play, and the pressure is on 496 to not die to these ganks and use the Abaddon to save people, like against the X Torrent combo and the into the arrow, like all the stuns. Ohio has to play really well with the shield to save his teammates. That's like that's how they can turn this game around. But they're like the team that's going to turtle a bit, because they've got Timbersaw, they've got Shadow Fiend, they're going to be looking to farm. And it is SF and Clockwork in the fountain trying to get some free souls up. Looks like they messed one up. They only have 5 so far. I think they should have 3 each time. So they've got 8 when they should have 9.
We are in the second game, guys. Are you guys ready for more action? I believe that the second game is going to be even better than the first one that we thought it was fantastic. Let's do the quick intro on who play who for Spawn.496 on the Radiant side, Ohio on
30
Abaddon,
seconds to battle.
Excellent on Ember Spirit, Raid on Timbersaw, Bon on Clockwork, the Ghost on Shadow Fiend. Leaving Polaris side to you, man.
Well, Polaris side, we have Xavius playing Mirana, Lelouch playing Kunkka, Force playing Magnus, Mavis playing Lion, and Natsumi, the carry, playing the Ursa.
Man, that was so close for Natsumi last game, you think? Yeah. It was the edge between. Now they might fight right from the start here with the Earth Spike. It seems like he's setting up the power Cox, and Bon is going to run away.
Yep, got the rune. But Cogs level 1, not the strongest, I would say. I'm not sure You feel good about having... Oh, well, of course, he got it for the SF. Never mind, just ignore that. But yeah, he got SF. SF has 11 souls already. 1 souls only give you +1 damage. So I feel like until you hit level 3 and get 2 points in Necro Mastery, the souls are, you know, it's 11 damage is better than nothing, but it's not like it completely wins you your lane.
True. Now he start harassing Force immediately once get into the lane. The lane is the classic matchup: Ember Spirit versus Kunkka. Well, I would say Kunkka slightly advantage on the Ember Spirits, but I mean, if you time it well and you use all the spell to dodge the Kunkka ultimate skills, then it could be the way around.
Yep.
Excellent.
Exilern will get, every time the Tidebringer's up, he's going to get harassed. And he can't really harass back very easily. If he pops Flame Guard and tries to harass, he's just going to get right-clicked and lose the battle, so... Both heroes should farm, though, and they'll get their bottles and use the runes and farm their neutral camps near them, so it should be a bit of a farm trade, but Kunkka should have an edge.
I, in my life, play Ember Spirit. Should be around less than 20 games. And it's always fun every time to play. You feel like a superhero that you can be like, wow, like ninja stuff. Yeah.
Fly around, yeah.
Yeah, right.
The mobility here is always a lot of fun.
And I mean, especially when you enter the scene, the Fire Remnant, you feel like, oh my god, this is my scene now. And then just got locked down and die.
Well, mid lane, we're going to see both runes being claimed by Polaris. Nice play. I like what the Mirana does. Stacks the Ancients, although it does leave the Magnus alone. Magnus always skewers it!
Skewer on 2 to the high ground. That's going to waste a lot of time, man.
Yep, they both have TP, but it's still so nice to force that TP.
Satisfying, right? Yeah.
I'm like, Hire's like thinking, do I TP? What do I do here? Wasn't sure what he wanted to go for. It looked like Magnus was in trouble because Mirana had like left the lane to go stack and then steal the rune, which was really nice for mid lane because Ember didn't get the bottle refill. But then he gets the perfect skewer. Really good Magnus play.
Easy shot.
Easy shot. Savius. The arrow. Oh, on top we might see the first blood here. Natsumi drew it out of Child Bon, and he's just gonna go for more. Fight for the side camps around here, and it's turned to be a great fight for Team Polaris.
You don't lie, X-God. Never missed a first blood.
Yeah. I had a feeling that when I play against Mirana, it feels like the arrow is very big. And it's so hard to dodge for me.
It's, especially when you don't have the boots early on, like, it can be very, very annoying.
But when you did dodge the arrow, you feel like Matrix.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I guess if you're Abaddon, you don't have to dodge. Once you hit level 6, you can just pop your ultimate, or if your teammates get hit, you just use the shield. So maybe they're saying, you know, we can get hit by it, but we'll be able to survive.
Oh yeah.
Mirana trying to go stack some more Ancients.
Game seems to be pretty passive, unlike the last game that they were a lot of attempts in the lane. But, this one is kind of focusing on last hit and denies. At the bottom lane, we goes having a happy time on the Shadow Fiend, and on top we see another fight. Maybe with Earth Spike on 2, it won't be just enough to kill anyone, I believe.
Is he gonna go down? That's a phase boots Ursa.
Yeah, maybe. Or a few hits away, maybe. Yes, it is. That's maybe another.
Yeah, Polaris just playing the lanes a bit better right now. Mid lane pretty even, with Kunkka having a bit more CS, but I feel like bottom lane is the one lane not going well for the Magnus, but that's because Shadow Fiend has all this bonus damage, but they've made up for it by having Mirana help out mid and also stack a lot of camps. There's a triple stack at the Ancients, so Abaddon has tried to contest the stacking, but hasn't really succeeded this game.
Alright. Great, tracking the creep wave away. I think from now on we're gonna see more movement from the supports on the inter lane. Oh.
This bottom lane, they're so afraid to go on Magnus because they don't have TPs anymore. If they skewer onto the high ground, they're just stuck. Oh, Natsumi.
Yeah, that's killing spree already, man. Within like 5 minutes in.
Has phase boots and windlace going for all the movement speed items. Oh god, he's so farmed on Ursa.
This is going to be very hard for the support. But luckily, they still got some luck because supports of team Spawn.496 is sometimes like not that easy to kill. And that's another kill. Nice strike back on this one. Raid slash off the Lion.
It feels hard for this Timbersaw this game. He at least gets some solo experience with the kill and the creep wave because he needs to get a lot of levels here. But against an Ursa, like
Ohio joining the gang mid? Really? Okay.
The ghost ship is there.
Ghost ship just connected. Hexiler need fire remnants away.
What's the haste rune?
That was kind of you.
That's it. Do you think he's gonna recommit it?
It looks like he wants to save it, but yeah, wants to maybe use to rotate to these side lanes. They're going aggressive up top again, but I think
top lane very hard, man. I mean, when they see the support is leaving the lane for a mid lane or something, this Lion going aggro every time. Marvis straight in, Spice and stuff. And I'm kind of surprised that Team Spawn.496 ganking with a baton. Now their core, the laner, is in trouble. Exilon is running away from the Starfall.
That's really good though. They make him waste the haste, which is very important because I think if he stays healthy and has a haste rune, he can go kill Ursa. Like he can gank top with the haste and Ursa can't run away. So just making him use haste there is actually super important.
That's a very good small point that you point out. Yeah, very. He can be in top lane for like, especially if you are the Ember Spirit too, less than like 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah, he wants to go ganking. He doesn't want to sit mid. He wants to be active.
Seems a bit too static. I mean, compared to the other Ember Spirit game that he played in the ranked game I've seen, and like you said, this is the way Polaris won. Static, stuck in the lane. Yeah,
for now they're happy with a static game. They've got a big ancient stack to farm. There will be a gank on mid, but Mavis gets Hex off. They're
that would be a bit hard
to get the kills.
Fortified their structures.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the idea is. They don't have the best supports to make rotation is like a defensive support, so he's kind of trying to come help out the mid lane, but he doesn't get damage. He just
nice top lane instead got ganked down here with the X-Mount, the Spot and Torrent, and it's gonna be the first one that the first time that Timbersaw falls.
And the rune gets denied from Xiller, and he's really trying to get these runes. He got the haste rune, which he got forced to waste, and now he doesn't get the 8-minute rune, so he's still sitting mid, which is very surprising.
Already finished off the of corrosion on the way to the fake spool. Back to the fight of lane. Seems to be a brutal fight around here. Child Bon straight to the supports. Marvi doesn't have any spells left to defend himself, so that's going to be an easy throwing in by Ohio that has him. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Ohio getting all the kills.
Slow, thinky, man.
Yeah,
it just feels so good to kill someone with that small spell, but look at that, the big fight for the first time in this one, skewing it, maybe the first to use the RP, fire here and there. Doing some steps. Reinforcing the team fight, fight out, and Hex one target, and now he has to run for himself. RP just to save himself for that force.
Nice play by Ohio.
Ghost ship in, jumping in with the Starfalls, all the spells. Ghost decided to just teleport away, was stopped by the Earth Spike.
Unstoppable! Double kill!
Well, you were wanting them more fighting like last game, and all it took was them to fight over some, Polaris say, you're coming to steal our farm, now we fight you. They don't care about fighting them in the lanes, but if you come for their farm, they take that personally. That's when they look to
disrespect
take that
right? Hey, disrespect me, man.
They're beating on
They're like, that's our
tower.
stacks. Those ancients and that new camp is ours, but it does give Timbersaw the free lane top, so he's going to take this tier 1 tower, it looks like. And Polaris want to try and trade towers and get the bottom tier 1 here.
That's good. I mean, getting the top kill on tower quite fast is going to cut down a lot of area for
Not
the
much good's happening to
safe
Radiant's
laner
bottom
of Team
tower.
Polaris. But the thing is, when we take a look at the safe laner of Polaris, the guy just don't want to stay lane and farm anyway. He's just roaming around. And now that's what I'm talking about. Ganking down on the bottom lane with the Earth Spike first. Backing it up with the shockwave. And then finish the job.
Nice. Urshock to get inside the cog so he doesn't get pushed away. Yeah, Ursa is just so strong and scary. Like, there's no reason for him to keep farming. He can go... Well, they already farmed the Ancients. Kunkka happily took those, so... Things looking pretty good for Polaris, although the gold is even. Running into some trouble mid, yeah.
Don't walk away, man.
Any detection?
Excellent killing spree, that's good. But can he get away from that? That's a question. X-Mother Spot-in was hit by the Titanic as well. Ember Spirit walking away. Lelouch still on the run against him.
Also, they're doing a lot of damage to your tower. Already almost at half health. But
Catching these two guys. X-Mother Spot and Torrent and Earthshock in. Finger for the first time at X-Mother Spot in. And that's the first 10 kills go Team Polaris.
Maybe is TPing top just to try and stop Red from pushing. Doesn't look like anyone else is coming to kill him though. And this is just getting killed wherever he goes. He's smoked up. He is headed top. It looks like they want to finally try and kill this Timber who crushed it lane, but been given a bit of like freedom since the laning stage to push towers and be very disruptive.
Oh man, this is so scary dealing with the Ursa Warrior that has such a great early game.
Okay, Spawn's here.
That's great. God-like already for Natsumi.
12 minutes, man. He's making up for last game where he tried to play aggressive on the monkey and dove and kind of made some questionable plays in the early game. This time around, all good moves.
Yeah. However, his teammates, the 4 heroes on Team Polaris.
He tried to RP them onto the cliff.
And the 2 support chasing on him. I don't think these 2 support has enough damage. The big boss is coming in quite fast. It's excellent level 10. The killing spree is ready to kill. Oh, nice one. Lockdown in the Syrian chain. Dominating. Seems like this is the battle of the age. Excellent. Versus Natsumi.
Yep. Doing great. Timber. So, what are you doing, Red? No.
Ray!
He just chained into this.
Oh my god!
He didn't know they were there.
Truck!
Oh god, that's one he's going to want to forget about. He's going to have nightmares about Timber into an Ursa.
Captured in the flame.
Oh my god.
And it wasn't just the fact Ursa, the fact without the lion, Ursa can't kill him, but both of them were there like almost ready for him to come back with the Observer Ward vision.
Alright. Save it. The game seems to be active non-stop. Let's take a if Team Spawn.496 can keep up with the pace, because Team Polaris obviously they want to push up the pace to make it faster. And now here they go with X-Mother Spawn and also Torrent. Excellent! Got away! Oh my! That was so close. And Natsumi might be himself going down here. He's still got a deep damage. He's gonna fight till he dies. Wait for order to run away. Oh, doesn't have an RP though. He acted like he got one.
Yeah, they should know he doesn't after bottom lane, and they're gonna... Kunkka's gonna X himself back home to heal up. They want to take Roshan, it looks like. Very...
fast-paced game it is, man.
Yeah. They spooked up as soon as they got this Orchid on Kunkka to try and kill Ember, but both supports, first Ahaya with the shield, and then the Clockwork hookshotting in with the cog, saving the Ember.
Now they're gonna go in.
Oh.
Okay, silence him first.
They have the shield though.
Light top Syrian chains. They want to do a recommit again. They need to balance the time management. They also have to kill the Roshan and maybe just push out of the pit sometimes.
Yeah.
But they can't underestimate the damage of Ember Spirit Light of Fish as well.
It's so much with the Orb of Corrosion and Javelin. If he procs a Javelin, we saw that Miranda took like 400 damage from one side of Fist. Well, Polaris will... Yeah, I think they realize they're strong enough, but they don't want to throw like last game a bit in the early game. And they're going to wait to go for Roshan later. Try and find some more kills. This Timbersaw top has to be very careful against Ursa. He can't even go for the creep wave, it feels like. He's waiting for teammates to come.
Ohio. Okay. Oh no.
Oh, Bonbon. Just gets deleted by this Ursa.
That was
He's
fast,
too
man.
strong. This Dire Ward is just seeing everything in this top lane. They're continuing to get kills.
Foil that shot.
Very tough game for 496. The Timbersaw never feels fun to play when you're behind and underfarmed. The hero that usually relies on playing from ahead and being the raid boss, the one that's hard to kill. This game around, he's like running away from people.
Yeah, it's just like the same way as Venomancer. I mean, it's so hard to play it from behind. Oh my. Davius, it looks like the two targets, two tangles of team Spawn.496 in the middle might be aimed. Chris, but however, the ball, oh man! Ember Spirit down on the wrong spot! Now being brought down by Lelouch and teams, extra the spot and everything. So secure the Ember Spirit, perfect opportunity for the team to get into the Roshan pit.
Yep. Free Roshan, nothing to do about this one for 496. They just run away, head elsewhere. Force is scouting them. They see heroes top, bottom, and 496 are just trying to push out some lanes. Like this is, they finally have some safety, and it's only because Polaris are distracted by Roshan.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help. Radiant structures are.
I really like the fact they went for this Orchid on Kunkka. Like it can be countered by the Abaddon, but it's just one more thing that makes life difficult for Ember and Timbersaw, two heroes that don't like to play against this silence.
Okay.
Oh, red, top lane, Timber.
Oh, and the bottom lane as well. Bonbon is trying so hard to just run away from the guy, but he alone actually draws so much time. Assuming finish rate on top. Time his teammate finished Bonbon on the bottom.
Yep. They're just chasing, finding kills wherever they go.
Dire's bottom
Too many heroes with pick off and Blink Dagger on Ursa means they have even more catch. Magnus is going to be having a Blink Dagger soon as well, so this game looking very hard for 496. They're not gonna they're not in any danger of losing like all their towers right away because Polaris don't push that easily, but it just feels like they can't move out on the map and farm anywhere.
This is exactly opposite from the first game, yeah?
Yeah, this time around Polaris are the ones in control.
I mean, even want to take risk doing a smoke against Team Polaris right now? I mean, if that's going to be the way out, like 5-man smoke, trying to catch maybe 2 or 3?
Boom, there it goes.
I just don't feel like they have the heroes that are very strong right now. Maybe Ember when he has BKB.
I think after this fight, I think we're going to see the clear picture after this fight. Shockwave in, Natsumi trying to force the back line and just retreated first. So it's going to be very hard for the support to help on the front liner. I mean, one thing, oh wait, RP on one target, but it's going to be a pretty worthy target. Battlefield right there, Ghost Fall, gaining full control of the triangle now. Yeah,
Natsumi diving.
Okay, that's my man.
We've seen this one before.
Okay.
He learned from last game, you know.
Yeah.
The fans want it, maybe we want it, but he wants to get the win first and foremost.
Radiant's top tower has looked better.
Show us something.
Yeah, they have so many pick off with Blink Daggers with a Yule Scepter on Miranda now. We saw the Yules into Arrow combo. Having the Yules against like Timber is nice. Against the Abaddon, you can throw him up in the air so he can't shield people.
Radiant's top tower has
Oh my. I think just like we mentioned during the draft that the draft is pretty straightforward and so easy to play for Team Polaris. It's easy to understand. You have a Lion, you have an RP, X mark the spot even.
deserves just as much help
Oh
as
my.
Bond.
They're having fun. Definitely at this point, games like this feel really fun for pretty much everyone. Like Lion's having going to make all these. He's been involved in 15 kills. Ursa's just running around killing everyone with the Lion. Hunka's got an Orchid, BKB, he's having a good time. Magnus is just like running in against 3 heroes and escaping, skewering people on the high ground. This just feels like a game where everyone's having a good time. Result, they're playing better and nothing 496 can do.
And that's going to be another assist for that Lion. And that Lion got more assists than David Beckham whole career. Alright, Xavius shooting an arrow on him. If he's not gonna get the kill with Xavius, at least it gets some good nick. after all this hard time.
Oh no.
Dyer's courier
Well,
has
with
been
good
killed.
news comes even worse news though for
What did that
Ghost.
courier ever do?
He's going for the creep. He wants the creep.
Oh god, this is. I have a feeling that one thing that they made for Spawn in this game is they can't keep up the pace with the Polaris, and they can't predict where Polaris is gonna go. So like, next thing you know is Polaris is all over the place, and they don't even care about the farming triangle that much, or even stay on the lane. So
Yeah. Their strategy is run at heroes, kill heroes. There's no... If they see a hero on the map, they're going to try to kill them.
Right?
Yeah. Many teams like use the tactics of trying to outfarm their opponents. Like they have the triangles, they have the areas of the map where they want to use the map control. No, there's nothing. There's no map control. Let's just see hero, kill hero.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, good now. Guess it's not looking good. They're about to lose that 5th tower, and the more tower they're losing, the more the less area they have for farming into the late game, which is very important for Child of Teen. Right now, I think his hero, his item is still doing pretty okay. Consider this is a very hard game for the team. He's still managed to get some items, but I just not sure that if this gonna be enough for the late.
I don't think so. It's so hard for him. Even when like BKB will not fix his game because there's still RP that goes through it. Ooh, top lane they're looking for kills. There's still RP, and then also Ursa. Like Ursa with a blink basher, BKB does nothing against that. Like I don't think there's any better item than the BKB, but it's not going to suddenly create the ability to teamfight better.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Very hard. Both SF and Timbersaw just don't have any plays to make or any real good game. They have bad hero matchups against Ursa. They're underfarmed, and they're not heroes that like to play from behind. So it just feels like they're in for a miserable time, no matter what happens.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
All right, and now the last out tower about to go down. Not good. All the objective of Team Polaris has been succeeded so far. Next one is going to be or maybe winning a team fight first.
Yeah. And their true objective is always killing heroes, so they're hunting. Salt goes top before, and they're looking for more with the Moonlight Shadow. Maybe they'll just get a support.
So here now being fouled by the oh, that's so fast. Natsumi just killed one, and also his teammate got one. It's too.
Yep. Just die so fast you can't even see it.
Step lively now. Your
The out damage output of Natsumi is really.
Yeah. About this Clockwork though, he thinks he's like some carry going Falcon Blade Orchid on Clockwork. It's a bit of a weird build when you're losing by so much. But I don't, again, there's not like any obvious better items, but it just seems like a lot of farm to put on a hero that isn't going to do much. And Polaris, they're just continuing to hunt. They see SF top, and instantly somebody's TPing. The Magnus is up there, he's going hunting. Does he get the Blink Skewer? No, he doesn't go for it. He's going to TP and push it out.
So aggressive. Seasonally, let's react fast. They got everything under control, the area, the farm. They are 13k ahead in terms of network.
If you see the Kunkka, he's constantly pushing the top wave, so that like they're not even at risk of counter push. Oh, Mirana.
Okay, and now they decided to push out. I feel like at some point Team Spawn.496 might run out of patience in trying to do like a 5-man smoke push out the thing in a non-appropriate. Oh, okay. Mates.
He's just racking up assists, up to 18 now.
Oh.
Well, we'll see if they go high ground. They don't have the best high ground pushing lamp. They don't have Roshan either. Like, it's up in the next 3 minutes, but it seems like they feel this Kunkka is so strong. AC almost complete. Natsumi trying to force out the borrowed time. He wants to just pop borrowed time so they can kill Abaddon later. But they got the glyph.
I mean, if they can win this team fight, Sting still got a chance. A very slim chance, but I mean, if a perfect... Oh, but again, they don't have like a big AoE spells, and while now the support's being kidnapped about to of the base. Now about to go down with Ursa. Oh, okay. Okay. Now that's interesting.
There we go.
A little bit throws it back. But the BKB, luckily his teammate is still doing a very good job killing the frontliner. Double kill already, but they lost the Godlighter.
Yeah, it's a lot of gold picked up by Exilern. But you can see how strong they don't care they lost their Ursa. They're still just diving the enemy base. That's how far ahead they are.
Okay, turn the BKB now. They got deep damage, killing support pretty fast, so that might have strengthened his life. He was hacked. Oh, one hit away. Lelouch trying to stop him with X-Mal Torrent.
He's gonna die for this.
Yeah. And he will also. Okay, that's
Team one.
all right.
They said you saw last game. Let's make this game too a bit interesting too.
Okay, this is getting interesting already.
Yeah, they're still super far ahead. I mean, it all starts because of Ursa diving in. He got caught by like a hook into Cog's push into Requiem, and he couldn't get Enrage off. He's fine, but without a BKB and unable to Enrage, he kind of just dies. And then his team are like, it's good. We don't need Ursa. And then they kind of die too. But it did cost some buybacks.
Yeah. Hey, one weird thing, Dot. I mean, did you have like the fight recap pop up?
Yeah, I did. I closed it since.
That's kind of weird. I don't have it. I'm trying to look for it for every time we have the big team fight. But yeah, hopefully it will be back soon. Maybe he's on holiday or something.
He needs a break too.
True. Near Christmas, I wish you guys, everyone in the chat, all a Merry Christmas. Alright, looks like Roshan is here, and it's time to go for the safe way. Maybe get a second edges and an action shot. Try to high ground.
Yep. Aghanim shard for the Ursa, I have to imagine. It's very good. And yeah, they'll be ready to go high ground probably again.
Something tells me we haven't seen the last.
Okay, this is going to be interesting. I mean, if Spawn.496 can hold one more time, I think we might then see
Dyer's bottom
swing
tower
back.
is shattered to little pieces.
496 side.
Definitely not impossible. We saw a pretty crazy game one where like Polaris had no chance of winning and they pulled it back.
Yeah.
But
right,
it's a lot of weight on the shoulders of the SF to carry. Ember's doing really well this game. 8-2-2. Exilern has done what he can to keep heroes low, but I don't know if they can defend this bottom rack. So it looks like they're just going to give it up.
And just trying to delay the creep wave in the middle, cutting out the creep wave right in front of the mid-tier tower of the Dire side. Polaris, however, move forward and continue to do the work. About to get the mid-tier tower down.
Oh, they didn't get the range creep, so they didn't get backdoor protection. They need to defend this.
That was so close. Switch off power off to get tier 4 power. Sending in everything. Go ship all the damage in the world. Natsumi still holding on the edges though. Do not spend so much salt on Natsumi because he's gonna come back 2 lives. Alright, they lost to ultimate for Spawn.496. Still got chance, so they just have to go back to the fountain, regen and come back in. They cannot afford to lose another set of racks. But however,
backdoor protection.
Yeah. You know.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Keep on attacking. That's a hell of damage.
Around the bottom.
Oh, that Kunga. Let's take a look at the bottom lane. RP! Nice! Not the old RP! A mistake made by the Force, but still managed to get Arax anyway. They were so far ahead, guys, at this point.
Yeah, even with a completely missed reverse polarity, they just kill the Timber, get 2 lanes of racks, and it looks like they're going to TP back, play it safe a little bit, or push out top a little bit. So they'll come back in, and they just want to keep fighting. I think Polaris feel like, yeah, this game, we've got it, it's in the bag, and we can afford to make some risky plays. They seem to just want to keep on diving in, trying to fight.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Keep the vibe going. Smartless bottom himself while attacking the tower, and he can go for another set. Doing that for 2 or 3 sets. Top tier 3 tower go down. still a way. You think?
For
Yeah.
comeback?
496 to come back. I mean,
Do you want the honest answer or the caster answer?
that's the answer.
Oh, absolutely. There's still a chance. They can get the amazing team fight. We see them dodge the RP using the sleight of fist and, you know, one big requiem of souls. A chance, Cyclops.
Yes. 0.1% is better than 0.0, huh?
Yes. Oh, don't open the win probability.
Yeah.
All right. They don't show the decimal points on the win probability. Gaben has. They don't. You know.
That's
It's
cool.
definitely above zero. It's above zero.
Come on. Maybe I think I just want to see them maybe doing a smoke and going out attacking the other team off guard and win one more fight. Maybe just after that fall back to the base and try to defend it. And the game is really hard for them at the moment.
Marana.
Maybe that's a chance. A hook shot down. They kill Marana.
There we
They
go.
might can delay push from Polaris for maybe a little while, which is needed for their carries to farm.
Yep. One kill at a time. That's how you're going to approach this if you're 496. You're going to need a lot more of those, but at some point, if they throw enough lives at you, maybe you can turn this game around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the win probability went up from 0 to 1%.
Told ya. Always a chance, man. And they 4v5. If they can win this team
Silence
fight,
online.
they might be back online once again. But RP right in from the mid-tier 4 tower and skill is looking out, which is a core player. But however, Reveal of Soul never come out. He died. He still has back, but I wonder if he want to do so. His teammate is dying one by one though. It's Smarter's bot now. He bought back right the game for a Shadow Feint. It's time to do it. Go for all in. If you lose this one, it's going to be very hard to come back on this one. Megalin, the fast fire remnant, but still holding on it. All right. They managed to defend this one.
Yep. You can see Polaris not playing a bit safer than past games. As soon as SF buys back and they instead of diving, like, okay, let's back off a little.
As a warrior, we need to focus off to see how far you can delete Bonbon. Bonbon still has a buyback. Yes, he has to buy it now, and then take a look at the buyback status. Non-players in the game got a buyback, which is going to be a serious problem for the Spawn.496 because Frame is so pushed thin. Right now, enemy at the gate. A top tier 3 tower
Radiant's top tower has
is
fallen.
down.
Yep. They're going for the mech creep.
Oh, RP get the support, but it's fine. Battle's gonna be fine with the bot. However, that's to me diving on my back. That's what I'm talking about. 0.1%. It's still better than 0.0. And Spawn, it's showing us the possibilities of coming back into the game. /2 already. Polaris gonna find their way back. Maybe this is the time where they hit the wall. Lenovo gonna go. Chasing on it. Luke getting slashed down. Dumping streak ended. It's time Team Spawn.496 officially come back.
You gotta believe with these teams, and you also gotta believe there's always hope for the throw, but also the clutch hold. They're killing this Ursa before he can BKB. The chain stun has been really nice. Clockwork. Bonbon, he's died 14 times, but he's also set up some amazing team fights. 0-14. This is the best 0-14 clock I've seen in a while.
That's good. 496.
What's happening? Reddit.
What?
Deforestation, burning down the Amazon up in the top lane.
Frame thrower. That's kind of cool.
I'm just hunting there, looking for that extra kill, but couldn't find it.
I mean, I admit that is actually my first time seeing someone doing that. The frame thrower. Wow.
Do another way to a bit more damage, and it's a fun item to get for sure.
Yeah. All right. What are you gonna do? I mean, if you're the team captain of Team Polaris, what are you gonna say to the team?
Maybe play safe. Let's get next Roshan. No more diving, please.
Oh, Horn toss and then Skiller back. Oh no. Man, without that Timbersaw, it's going to be quite hard for them to win the peak. But oh, nice one. Reclaim of soul from the tree line, and now a very small back hill. Now all the support in the hard line because they're going to be chased down by the Ember Spirit. Oh, Lion is still there. He died though, but he bought back right away. He knows that this is going to be the fatal push from Team Polaris against Team 496. Triple kill from Natsumi. No buyback for Timber. And also the clockwork. It's time to just push in.
Natsumi just so strong and scary. Even when he's made a few overextensions, he is still ready to go and keep on fighting. 22 kills, 2 deaths. And well, the last fight perhaps. Ooh, Ahayo doesn't have borrowed time, does keep himself alive with the Ghost Scepter.
Alright. I think if they lose this one, the chance will be even more slimmer. Made creeps already.
Now has made creeps.
Couldn't expect the team, the opponent, see that they fight until the very end. Gosh, they are doing a good job the best they could. This is the some kind of mentality that you need to have when you play in the Premier League of the Southeast Asia.
Oh, even the Division 2 in Southeast Asia is so strong. The teams like Polaris, teams like Talent Esports, Ragdoll, Enigma Galaxy, there are so many good teams, even when you go down to Division 2.
Crazy region it is. Maybe this is a reason why the team is just fighting in every game, because everyone just don't want to be out of the league. But because you got out of the league, imagine you have to climb up in the open qualifiers.
Yeah. Oh,
it's the most
scary,
brutal thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's a pure back. There's no saving Ahayo.
The BKB and Fire Remnants in by the target. It looks like positioning of is very good. He has himself in the tree line, and it will be impossible for the Ember Spirit to find him. Meanwhile, his teammates being found by Natsumi, swiping one down like an iPhone. Oh my. And the next one is going to be the Chakapeki. And it's a GG call, ladies and gentlemen. Team Polaris win this series, sweeping team 496 2-0.
Much more convincing game 2. It still had a bit of to it, a bit of chaos in the end, but 496 are going to be so devastated about game 1. That was a game I feel like they should have won after they got such. And fortunately for 496, they're now 0-3. In the Division 2, they need to win some of their next series if they want to avoid elimination. Yeah.